In this lecture, we are going to create example 1.1, which is this drawing. We are going to create a fully constrained geometry for this example. This we are going to do simultaneously using Solidworks and CATIA. Do remember that I am teaching you the technique. Don't focus on learning the software. Focus on learning the technique. I'll show you the examples simultaneously so that you will get a clear picture on the relation between the tools that are used in one software with the other software. You have to just focus on the similarity, and that similarity you have to use in any other software. Let us start. First we will create the boundary, which is this. You can see this is the entire boundary. So this entire boundary we will create, and then we will go for this interior things. So let's start. Let us open a new file in CATIA. It will be the part file. Click on OK. Click on OK again, and we will use sketch. Select this plane. Now we are inside the sketcher application of new file of CATIA. Let us create the boundary. If you see the drawing here, we want to create this boundary. So let us start with creating a rough sketch of this boundary. So we will create this entire thing. Let us do it. We'll take profile. Click here. We'll create a horizontal line, vertical line, another horizontal line, vertical. This horizontal line will create, and we'll drag this point and join. So this is the rough sketch. We'll go to Solidworks. Here also we'll create a new file, a new part file. Click on OK. And we will take sketch. We'll take this plane, and we'll take line and create a rough sketch. Click here. A horizontal line, a vertical line, another horizontal, vertical line, and we will drag this point and join. Press on the escape key to exit from the command. You can see we have a rough closed sketch. Now let us give the dimensions. Now if you see here, this is 15 mm and this is 25 mm. So we have got the dimension of this step. Next, this entire thing is 100 and this entire thing is 60. So with these dimensions, we can constrain the boundary. Let us see. In CATIA, let us constrain this boundary. Whenever you attempt any sketch, first create the relation with the coordinate system. I want to keep this line on this axis. We'll use coincidence. Again, this line and this axis. Coincidence. Click on OK. You can see both of these are coincident. They have turned into green. Now let us give the dimensions. You can select this dimensional constraints, and I'll select this line. We'll give a value of 25. Again, we'll select dimensional constraint, select this line, and we'll give a value of 15. Enter. You can see all these are constrained. Now we are left out with these two lines. You might have seen whenever I click this, we have to click once and then give the dimension once. Again go for clicking this. If you want to lock the activation of this tool, then just double click in CATIA. You can see this dimension is 60, enter. Here this orange indicates the tool is active. You just select this line, double click and give the dimension. This is 100. Press on the escape key to exit from the command. The boundary is completely constrained, which is displayed by the green color. Now this boundary we will constrain in Solidworks. The procedure that I have followed in CATIA, I will use it here in Solidworks. Your job is to see the same process is applicable here or not, so that you will have a clear idea on the technique and not the tools. Tools are just the things which are there for implementing the techniques. You have to learn the techniques. First in CATIA, what I have told you is you have to create the relation with the datum axis. So for displaying the datum axis, we can use this plane. This is the front plane and this is the right plane. Both of this we will unhide. Now I'll take this line, use the control key for multiple selection, select this plane and I'll use collinearity. Again, press on the escape key or you can also click the tick. I'll select these two entities or objects and collinearity between them. Now let's hide this so that we can see our sketch clearly. Here also you can see this line and this line have changed their colors to black. Now let us give the dimensional constraints. We'll take this smart dimension and let us give the dimensions. First, let us give this dimension 25, enter. Again, this dimension will give, which is 15, enter. Now, this entire thing is 60 and this entire length is 100. And you can see the sketch is completely constrained. Here there is a notation which says fully defined. This means the sketch is fully defined or fully constrained. So you can also see this, but I recommend seeing the colors. The entire sketch is black. That indicates it is fully constrained. Also, you can just hold the line and move by using the left mouse button. You just press and keep the left mouse button, hold the object and move. In that way also you can find out a object is fully constrained or not. Now let us create the inside objects of this drawing. First let us create this rectangle, which is 20 into 25 and it is positioned at 35 mm from this line and 20 mm from this line. Let us see. We'll take line and create a rectangle, or also you can take this rectangle. Click on this rectangle tool and simply click here and click another point to create a rectangle. You can see. Now let us give the dimensions. We'll take dimension. This dimension is 25. This is 20. Now from here to this line, this dimension we have been given as 35, and from here to this line, this dimension we have been given as 20. You can see the sketch is fully defined or entire thing is completely constrained. Now the same rectangle I'll create in CATIA. You can go to profile tool and create 4 lines, or we have this rectangle tool. Here also you can create the rectangle by clicking on 2 diagonal points. Click here and another point to create a rectangle. Now I will double click on this constraints, which is the dimensional constraints, to lock it, and I'll give the dimensions. This length is given as 25. This is given as 20. Again, from here to here, this dimension is given as 35. from here to here. This dimension is given as 20. And you can see the rectangle is completely constrained. So just see the technique. I am constraining a rectangle in SolidWorks and in CATIA. The process is same, but only the tools are slightly different. So focus on the process. Now let's move to the next geometry. Here we will create this rectangle and this rectangle. So here for creating this profile, we have to create two lines and constrain them by using 15 and 40. Then we have to create this and constrain it by using this 26, 15 and 10. Let us do it and see. So in CATIA, we'll take this profile tool, click somewhere here on the line, create a vertical line, and we'll move over here and click somewhere here. So as you are a newbie to the software, so you can click somewhere here so that there are no automatic constraints created and it won't be having any inconsistencies. After I create such a line, we can use the trimming option and trim this extra portion. Now just click on dimensioning. We'll take this dimension which is given as 15 and again we'll take dimensioning and we'll select this line 40 mm. Let's move over to SolidWorks. We'll take line tool, select this line so it will create a point on that line. We'll move downwards to create a vertical line, and again here also if you want you can click here so that a perfect line will be generated, but if you are not able to create, you can click somewhere here. Press on the escape key and we will go for trimming. Click on trim entities and trim this object. Now let us give the dimensions. This dimension we have been given as 15, and we'll take this line. This is of dimension 40. You can see the rectangle is completely constrained. Now we'll take line and click somewhere on this line, create a vertical line, click somewhere here, create a horizontal line, and again a vertical line may be somewhere here. Press on the escape key. We'll take trim entities and trim this portion. Press on the escape key because trimming is complete. Now we'll take smart dimensions from this line to this line. The dimension has been given as 15. You can see here, this is 15, this is 10 and this is 26. From here to here, this is 10 and this dimension is 26. So this sketch is completely constrained. Press on the escape key to exit from the command. So in SolidWorks we have completed the sketch. Now let's move over to CATIA, and here also we will take profile, click here, move down, we'll create a horizontal line and a vertical line. Press on the escape key, we'll go for trimming, trim this line. Now double click on dimensioning from here to here. This dimension is 15. This dimension is 10 mm and this length is 26. So with this we have completed the example 1.1. You can see that as I have created this example 1.1 simultaneously in both these softwares, that is CATIA and SolidWorks, you can see there are various similarities between the tools, and the process that we are using for creating the constraint geometry is exactly the same. This process is same for any software. So this is the logic behind creating this course. You have to learn the process or the technique, which is the real secret for learning any software. In the next lecture, we are going to start creating circles.